Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Runers. So, we've got one health pickup already. That's good. We also got that. Bam! Okay, so we've still got certain enemies that can actually attack us, but apart from that, no big deal. Let's see if I can plus that up and just avoid it. Okay, good. That just explodes into stuff. Doesn't actually hurt, or doesn't actually do anything else. Couple seconds, got Lullaby back, okay. And then let's blow up over here. Beautiful. So we've got a White Knight and some kind of ether elemental. No problem. We're getting just so many hearts. Maybe it's actually based on like time, or maybe the more flawless room bump the desk. Maybe the more flawless the room is, the higher your chance of getting health pickups are. That's an interesting consideration. Let's just nuke them there. We got an Aqua Hunter, a couple of Phoenixes, and a couple of Earth Spirits. Which kind of hurts a little. This is why I've got the autocast, or the extra attacks though, because otherwise we'd have some problems. So, don't I already have Soul Rip? Well, I guess Soul Rip level 2? Yeah, it's Soul Rip level 2. What's that do? Give us more health? Probably. Eh, why not? It's not like I have a whole lot of other things I need. And go. Well, I'll just blow up this section over here, and all that leaves is whoever this is. No idea. Also, between episodes, I did actually discover a new spell. It's called Forked Lightning. It's lightning water, I think. Yeah, lightning water. And it's a decent spell, but unfortunately I had to leave it alone because I actually want Temporal Bullet for the use of... Jeez, he is one tough monster. I'm gonna see if I can take out the Dark Hunter. Perfect. And then let's just ring around the rosy for this guy. Because he hurts, probably. Didn't really give him a whole lot of chance here. So, can I create anything with water? Yeah, Water Mine. What's this make? Arcane Watchers. Oh, that's that one. So let's see the cooldown on it. It's not bad. It's a decent spell. I could actually see that being great for Wrecking Ball build, but not for us today. So, at this point, what we are doing is kind of searching for runes to buff our spells. And discovering new spells that we have never discovered before. But apart from that... Oh, shoot. I forgot to use Lullaby first. Sometimes I forget to do that, for whatever reason. Oh well, it does not matter. I am still actually pretty solid, even without the use of my combo fully. Also, I did use one Supernova, so that really did weaken them substantially. Now, looks like we've got to backtrack a fair amount past all of the nice health pickups that I've left behind. I am very, very happy about this entire run. Because the thing is, Prismatic Devil, even though I don't use it for a whole lot of attacks, it's constantly buffing me, so it's reducing the amount of damage I take, increasing the amount of damage I do, and cooldowns, and rune levels, and all that, you know, nice jazz. So, I don't know. Give a hand to... Oh... Sure, why not? So this is Portal Defender, and this could get hairy, could not. Thing is, I do so much damage that I could probably just kind of physically stand in the way. We also have Lullaby, and I can wallop most of these guys without even having to worry about it. I just need to cover my 6. Okay, let's just nuke them. Can't be that many more. There we go, bam! And I'm gonna go with damage. That's gonna help. So we could do Grizzly Strength, Latent Force, Rune Infusion. Nope. Grizzly Strength. So, what's our full total health at right now? 90 out of 90. That's a bit of a problem. We need to kill more enemies to get that up. Because every time... Well, I'm gonna have to pay attention. Next time that bar fills up, we should actually make sure... Uh-oh. We don't actually have a Supernova right now. So I'm gonna do is hide back here. Oh, there's a freaking burrower hiding. Okay. There we go. Oh, sleeping burrowers. Can't get hit by supernovas. Also, there's apparently an Aqua Imp, but... Weird. Well, I guess I'll be over here busting stuff for a second. This is a concern. Yeah, every time I fight a burrower, I get really concerned that they're just never going to get back up. It might have finally happened. Let's put him to sleep. See if I can jazz him awake that way. Supernova? Uh-oh. This is an eternal concern of mine, and I think we... Oh, hello. Okay, he's awake now. I was wondering about that. I was like, am I going to have to file a bug report and then feel very sad for a run that failed? Man, to think I was actually having trouble earlier in this run. And honestly, I'm probably gonna start running into trouble at some point, but Hammer hasn't dropped yet, so I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed. Let's use mindlessness, and every time I wait for mindlessness, it always turns out that it's actually one of those rooms that, you know, it's a storage room that has nothing in it. All this time I'm not waiting. Looks like it's not a storage room. Blow up. Yep, everything is dead. Stay away from those lightning bolts a little bit. Yeah, so I have to say it looks like the soul rip hearts heal like 2 to 4 now, which is really convenient. Get more of those and we're going to be solid. Okay. Bam. Okay. Took a little bit of damage. Oh, I see. There's some red bones here. That's a concern. Well, I'll be fine. Just gotta... Oh, that's the stun kicking in. At the very least, we take almost no damage from, like, any of this, which is great. Makes my life a lot easier. So we've got one random soul heart there, and this is the room the floor that never ends. Well, don't need to wait for anything, and it's just a health pickup, I think. Pain in the ass getting to those. Seriously, this is a big floor. But I guess I'm noticing it about... Okay, gotta bust up the red bones, take out them. Got more red bones. Yep, okay. So, I'm very, very glad I actually went with the toughen, or whatever, you know, the stun if you get hit thing. Because the thing is, yeah, getting stunned is a bit of a problem, but at the same time, barely taking damage from enemies. Very, very useful. Okay, and there's also that. Because essentially all I have to do is get in, get my lullaby off at a very opportune point, and bingo bango bongo, we're done. I like that phrase. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I like it anyway. So at this point, I'm actually going to jump cut just sheerly because it's a long trek back. Seriously, this entire floor is just one big ol' snake line. It's a jerk. None of these are particularly good. I think... Heart of the cards, pick for me, knockback. Don't know if that's going to be worthwhile. I guess it will give us a bonus on Prismatic Devil, so that's a thing. That's a useful enough thing. So let's see where we want to go. Well, what we're going to do. So we're on to floor 8. It looks like our luck is holding us, holding for now. And that might be because of a number of things. Not exactly the best placement. At the same time, looks like there aren't a whole lot of enemies in here anyway. But it seems like a couple of things are going on as far as our luck goes. First, I have the sneaking suspicion that flawless runes give you a higher drop chance for pickups. I could be wrong. Maybe it's also kind of an internal killing spree counter combo that you don't know about, or I don't know about. I have no idea. It could be one of many, many things, but I mean, look at all of those pickups, and a lot of them are soul hearts, and I'm very glad I went with soul rip, just because if things do start going south and we don't get a whole lot of health pickups, we're still going to be able to get a fair amount just from killing humanoids. So let's use mindlessness for a second, wait for lullaby to go, and charge forth, young one. Okay. Oh, it's him. It's Imp Prime. So what I'm going to do actually is just sit here and wallop him, because he's at his least dangerous. Jeez, dangerous when close up. This is not exactly a surefire thing, but it seems like it. Okay, and we've just got these imp statues, which that's an interesting spell. I kind of want it, whatever it is. The like very tight rings around you, because I'd love to have the star system build at some point, because that would be kind of nuts. Oh, turns out storage room. You actually have to walk through the fire just to get through. That's a jerk. Gonna grab the shock rune, probably not take too much damage. Luckily, we have this, and that, and that, and that, and everything's dead, so we're all right. Okay, so seriously, everything seems to be coming up pretty much Millhouse for us, because we've got pair of supernovas. Lullaby's going at a bit of a long cooldown. Actually, come to think of it, might as well buff these while we're here, because I can get them. Oh, might as well put that there too. Get Lullaby's duration a little bit longer, just in case it's somebody that I don't hit. Might as well. Now, I can't put any more shock runes into double lightning, we've got that maxed out. And I think as far as prismatic rune or entropy runes, I'm just gonna put them into prismatic devil. And the shock runes that we're holding on to, I guess they're just gonna go into triples. So I have no use for water, and I have no use for shock. I guess water could go into temporal repeater, so I'm gonna quickly put one in just to see how much boosts the damage by. It's 0.22. It's not bad. It's not great. Well, let's keep going in. So we've got this, and bam. Wow. Even at long range, Supernova still does stupid amounts of damage. That makes me very happy. And we are definitely getting less heart pickups. We're still getting a fair amount, which is actually very convenient. Let's see. It's a storage room. I knew it. The moment I decide to consciously wait for anything, it's always a storage room. Well, it makes my life easier. So we've got at least one heart in here. And what do we got in here? Oh. Stone-Eyes apparently. Holy shit. Well, I'm very glad we're who we are right now. Okay. So oh, right, I was going to check this. Oh, interesting. So the more points you get into Iron Skin, the less health you actually, the less likely you are to get stunned. That's useful. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Soul Absorption. Because, let's quickly stop, check our health. It's at 98. So yeah, that's going to be good-ish, maybe? I don't know. That might have actually been a terrible idea. Oh well, a little bit too late for that one. I was just thinking, it's like, it could be really useful, and then I realized I'm on floor 8. Chances of me killing, 100 more enemies, not very high. Oh well. I mean, at this point, I really don't even need Toughen that much. Because, let's see, yeah, our damage received is... Maybe we take more damage as a result of something there. Well, let's just get over here, Supernova, everything is already dead. Man. This run is like no contest, and honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. Or, I'll probably do it again if the final difficulty is giving me as much trouble as it does. Or as it could. Because, I don't know, final difficulty could be incredibly hard. We also have the final bosses to consider. Let's just go in here, do this, do that. All of these Stone-Eyes are dead. All we have left is an Entropy Hunter. A Chaos Hunter? I don't even know. But, yeah, the final bosses are the main concern I have for this. Because we could actually just simply get there and die. It's very possible, especially because we're perfect for clearing floors. But we're worthless for clearing bosses, or at least we are at a disadvantage. And luckily, after we kill this next boss, we are going to get another storage slot, and then I'm going to be able to make whatever my third spell is. Which, come to think of it, I should probably pay attention to that. I think it needs an earth rune though, so creatable, or all spells, it's earth, fire, it's not that. Is it not? What if it's earth, water? No. Fire, earth? I don't remember what it's called. What it is. Come to think of it. Or, not creatable. Discovered. Because that would be a really good thing for taking on the Robo Dude. Whatever his name is. It's not Entropic Teleport. Though that wouldn't be a bad one just for the armor boost. What is the armor boost? It's defense plus 0.8. I don't even know what that means. Soul Steel. Power Bolt. No. Boon. No. And I do not remember, which is a serious shame. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I was pretty much completely wrong about what the combo was. It is Fire, Earth, Shock. Oh, right. I'm supposed to actually use my explodey spells. What? Oh, dear. Sweet lordy. Oh, that's concerning. Maybe it will go away once we're out of the effect. Oh, well... Oh, hey, we're done with the floor. Well, that's convenient, at least. So what I was going to say was our cooldown for Supernova was like a minute. Which is nuts. Turns out... Oh, well, damn. Turns out it was actually just... oh, wait, I think I saw Destructible over on the left here. And I'm being obsessive about it just in case one of them has a rune in it. Where's even the staircase? I don't remember even... Oh, hey, we haven't actually been to a certain room. Well, that's actually good. I was afraid that we'd be done already. Then again, we were pretty close to done with this floor, so mindlessness, this, and bam. Okay, that leaves us mostly with him, who's inherently concerning. Never mind. Okay, so we need fire, we need earth, and we need shock. And luckily we've got a butt ton of shock. So all we need is the fire and the earth. And unfortunately I've sunk most of them into supernova. Oh, hello. Okay, I was trying to figure out why my supernova wasn't going. Turns out I was clicking the wrong one. So, I will admit, I'm actually getting to the point of tiredness where it's just like, I'm not, the commentary is going away, and holy crap. Okay, Okay, so here's the question. Soul Rip or Quick Learner? I'm gonna go Soul Rip. And max HP. Perfect. Between all of that, it's gonna make us one tough sucker. Okay, invincibility, and that one. Bam. Oh, 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 oh. That was a terrible time to be stunned, but I guess that's just the way things work. I'm gonna have to be a little bit worried about that when we fight the final bosses. Should be fine, though. If that specific thing procs again, though, I will... Holy crap, whatever the hell that is. That's just explode, and that was probably a very good time to go invulnerable. We got whatever this is. That's... Jeez, that is quite the ability. Okay, well, we're doing all right. The stun is a problem, I have to say. It's not great. Not the end of the world either, though. It does proc more than I'd like. I guess repeated effect type spells would be concerning. But anyway, let's go down to the next floor. What can I do? Ooh, I could get the fire rune, earth levels, bullet speed. Let's go with the fire rune, just because I'd very much like to have current, at the very least, because that would give us 4 spells to fight the boss with. Because supernova, well, mainly lullaby is not going to cut it. Actually, no, lullaby would be good, if only because lullaby is an interrupt. Supernova is a lot of damage, but if you compare the damage of Supernova to Double Lightning, in terms of, like, DPS, because of its long cooldown, Supernova just loses. Let's hit list. Well, I love hit list now. Hit list is so easy. Okay, and let's just keep going with max HP. We go with Inventor. I'm gonna go with floating. So, realistically, we're in a really good spot. We took some weird extra damage there, but because we have double Soul Rip, they almost heal us almost as much as a health pack, which is great. Makes my life a hell of a lot easier. So what do we got over here? Okay, these are some wacky enemies. Let's just nuke them to death, just like everything else. Yeah, our drop rate seems to be pretty pitiful as far as runes go, which is a concern, but... Well, not runes, as far as health packs go. So my decision to go with triple Soul Rip was a good one. Waiting. Oh, this room has cooldown reduction. In that case, let's go into this room, get our cooldowns shorter. And then go back in this room. Okay. Let's go. So what do we got? This, and... Dude, what? I'm stunned. I was wondering, it's like, why can't I cast any of my spells? So there is that singular problem of the stun move. Apparently it does actually prevent you from casting anything, which is bad. It's seriously bad. But we've got enough health and enough defense that it kind of balances out. Let's just go invincible again. Right bumper. They're all kind of on the periphery, unfortunately, which does make them a little bit more hale and hearty than they were earlier. Okay. Oh, is my inventory full? Yeah, my inventory is full. Well, at the very least, oh, I see. We had so many effects from the prismatic bolt that or prismatic devil that I was actually just blitzing around super fast. No earth yet. Well, okay. Be a left bumper. Ow. Lights Nova. Suck it. Okay. Well, we're full health. Might as well go fight the boss. There's no guarantee about... actually, no. I'm going to fight the boss last, just in case I can get my hands on that earth rune. So let's just... Actually, supernova early. Probably a bad move, but it'll have to do. It's not the end of the world. We've got plenty of health. And that's a... Ow. You hurt. You hurt bad. Alright, whatever. I'll be fine. Honestly, with one just generic health back, we will totally be okay. So I'm going to put more dark runes into Lullaby. Except for Lullaby is probably maxed out at this point. Oh, well. Let's see what I can do. So, what I'm actually going to do is... We haven't gotten any speed runes either. Weird. I'm actually going to put all of the water runes into Temporal Repeater, because I'm actually going to have that on the build. It's got a long cooldown, which is the unfortunate part, but if I can hit a boss with it, they're generally pretty static. And hitting them with 22 times 5-ish is solid. And I don't need it for anything, do I? No, I don't. Yeah, so all I need is an Earth Rune. Small chance I might not get it. Actually, it's a decent chance, which is always a concern, but you know what? It's a concern I'm going to have to deal with. What else do we got? Ether Elemental over here? Ah, that's not a problem. Speed Rune. Neat. So, the other thing I could do... Aha! Earth Rune. Perfect. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to hold on to those runes for a little bit, because I've got plenty of Shock, which I believe reduces the cooldown, but we don't have the inventory space until we kill the boss to make the spell. So I'm just going to keep clearing. Okay, let's get through this. Bam. Okay, everybody's dead except for one Speed Hunter, who's now dead. Perfect. So we are clearing our way through very quickly. And again, if you're kind of sick of these runs being back-to-back, the problem is, like, the first run is a research run where you figure out that you can even do a thing. And then the second run is like, holy crap, let's abuse this to the best of our ability. Oh, I was smart there. I realized that one's charging up. I don't like it when they charge up. Also, we get another Earth Rune that I can't pick up, or Earth Pickup that I can't get. Okay, so what we're going to do, creatable spells, undiscovered. What can I make with the runes that I don't need? Let's see. Dark Light wouldn't be... Yeah, Dark Light. I've never done that one before. Dark Light, because I don't... Oh, wait, no, I do need light. Not at this point, do I? Don't think so. Oh, Dark Blow. Gray spectrum of light. Enemies in the light are applied different curse based on the distance from their caster. So, that's an interesting spell, but I'm going to put it away. Sometime I'll have a debuff run. Where I focus on, like, heavily debuffing things, but right now, not so much so. I am super nuking today. And that is the name of the game. Super nuke. Probably not going to remember that to name the actual episode Super Nuke, but oh well, not the end of the world. So we get a lot of entropy runes. We're trying to bust these open without... So I want... I guess I'll just throw the light rune into one of these supernovas. Because honestly, pretty quickly, I'm actually going to have to abandon them. If and only if, because, well, pretty soon we're not going to have a whole lot of enemies to fight either. Wow. This is all quite nuts. Probably didn't need to pick that up, but at the same time, probably didn't matter that much anyway. We got 8 seconds left on Lullaby. That's not a big deal. Okay, good enough. I am impatient. And because I waited, turns out it's actually a storage room with a heart in it, which is convenient because, yeah, it's a little bit out of the way, but if I need it, I can come back here and heal before fighting the boss, which is always the concern. Am I going to be full health for the boss? Of course, am I going to be full health after the boss? That's the other concern. Oh, that's a Master Shock Mage, and we get another triple combiner. How many of those do I even have? I should probably check that out. Oh, I have more. Floating. Okay, let's go back, grab this. Probably didn't need that health, but again, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, what can I make with what I have? Runedex, creatable, undiscovered. So, Shock Entropy is tempting. So I guess the Mind Rune... I'm trying to buff what I have. Just because. Spawn radius. Oh, that makes it bigger. Okay. I'm trying to buff what I have without wasting too much. And really, I should probably just go fight the boss just to get my inventory cleared out. Well, at the very least, no. Even if I'm going to be fighting the boss, I need to get rid of these triples. So, creatable spells, undiscovered. So, let's do Shock, Entropy. Shock, Entropy, Water? That's not bad. Shock, Entropy, Water. What's that make? Crystal shards. Huh. They bounce and explode after a little while, but they've got like semi-unpredictable stuff because they're physics objects. That's fascinating. What's the cooldown on it? Only a couple of seconds. That's not bad. That'd be very good for, well, that'd be amazing for the spread shot build, but currently not worth it. Next up, Runedex. Shock, creatable, undiscovered. Shock, light, air. Works for me. Shock, light, air. Light sphere. Oh, sphere of light that bounces off of walls and destructibles, pierces enemies. We know what this one does. What's the cooldown? It's short. That is not a bad spell, actually. It does really high damage. Which one of these supernovas is better? This one. So at this point... So here's the problem I'm running into. I'm trying to build a build to take on the boss. And that bouncy light thing would probably be pretty amazing. It's got a huge AoE, does a fair amount of damage, and casts fairly quickly. And the range is long from what I remember. So let's get rid of the supernova. Man, can't even believe I'm doing that. Well, either way, we've still got one. And... okay. Got Lullaby ready. Boink. And... stay out of the way of that. And let's practice that light... oh, holy crap, that is actually a very solid spell. I want that for my sniper build. So, I'm going to have to remember, you know, you actually have to get close to hit enemies with all of your moves. Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me that much. So we've got another room over to the right and up. We've got double float, so we move, like, super fast, which is actually kind of a problem. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, turns out, actually just a storage closet in here. Well, either way, our inventory is full, no longer as full as it was. We still have plenty of shock runes, fire, and earth. So when we do make current... which is going to be our last spell, then we should be able to... yep, hello. We should be able to use current at fairly high firepower, especially if I'm using... ow. Actually, less ow. That didn't hurt me nearly as much as I thought it would. I guess the boosted defense really does make quite a difference in this game. So we have one room left. The boss. So in that case, I'm going to have to take a quick detour. Let's pick up those extra runes. Might as well see what I can buff, see what I can't buff. No idea. But this way we're going to be full health, fight the boss. It's a speed rune. So I'll probably switch out speed... not speed. I'll switch out supernova, depending on what boss we end up fighting. Switch out supernova for... oh, no, we actually have more than the boss. We have one more room left. So I'll switch out supernova for the temporal bullet. We'll have... close-up will have range. The only problem is if we have to fight a group, but at that point we switch supernova back on, and then we're all good. There we go. And we're full health. That's more water runes. I don't actually know if I have any spells that use water runes. Come to think of it. Oh, I do. Yeah. Okay, and I can use speed on it. And there's fire. Yeah, current is going to be hella powerful too. I'd love to be able to make it right now, but we'd have to get rid of something for that. And I can't. So, let's grab the last of the shock runes and... wow, really? I guess I'll leave the entropy for the time being. Let's go fight the boss. How am I doing? Full health, so... and assuming that it's not a boss that kills us, we're going to be making it out of here. Oh, hey, it's the Phoenix. So in that case... yeah, we're definitely going to want Temporal Repeater instead of Supernova, because we want to keep our distance on this one. I kind of wish I had current for this boss fight already. Oh well, let's just wait for him to... I guess Phoenixes are generally female. Oh well, let's use what we got. Yeah. I kind of wish the bouncing particles would bounce a little bit farther, but at the same time, they got strike through, so you can potentially hit all of them. Oh yeah, this is good. This is real good. Because I could actually bank shots off of things. It'd actually be really interesting to do a nothing but bouncy shot run. Hilariously enough. Okay, oh, that's bad. Getting stunned right inside the damage zone? That kind of hurts. Oh well, I have no qualms about this run. Or I have no doubts that this run is going to go wonderfully. Gotta worry about those snakes, though. Luckily, I finally switched everything out, so I actually have long-range spells. Makes me happy. Just gotta keep a distance. Yeah, those bullets do heavy damage. I guess I could probably pump some of those shock runes actually into boosting its damage. Considering I shouldn't save all of them for current, even though current is nuts. I guess it really does depend what what the effects of current are. Okay, now it's on to Phoenix level 2. Okay, and this one I can keep closer to and do, like, super stupid damage to. Yep, almost on to phase 3. And then, I'm trying to decide if there's a phase 4 and 5, or if it's just a phase 4. Really don't remember. I think it's just actually the Phoenix family altogether. So let's lullaby for a second. Wallop them. They do not lullaby for long, though. Gotta worry about lots of things. At least the damage zones are easy to avoid, and the bouncy bullets I can just kind of send off in a direction. And they do enough. Oh, that's some bad stuns. Oh, ow. Ow. Ooh. Okay. We only have one Phoenix baby left. I'm trying to take them out before we go for the mama. Because otherwise, we're going to have problems. Trying to take out the little volcanoes before we run into... Okay. Now it's time to go balls to the wall. Perfect. Invulnerability. Saves the day. At last. Again. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Spell slot unlocked. Bam. And... Really. Fuck it, why not? So now, we're going to be full health, for sure, by the time we go on to the next floor. We're going to make current before I do anything else, and I will see what things I can do. Okay, Earth reduces the cooldown. Oh, hell. That's actually not what I was expecting. Ah, but the shock goes into the duration. So if I could actually have a nigh-permanent version of that. Here's the other thing. What happens when I put one of these in? That boosts its damage pretty solidly, too. Well, we'll put the fire runes into current. Probably should have actually paid attention to what runes I put into the crafting of it, but a little bit too late for that. At least right now we've got 50% uptime on current, which is great. Question is, what do I want to do with the rest of it? Well, let's actually quickly. Runedex, creatable spells, undiscovered. Okay, good. Oh, wait. Let's go get that entropy rune. Probably don't need it, because as much as I like Prismatic Devil, it's not that useful. Let's grab it. Oh, do not pick that up. Do not run away with that. Okay, creatable spells. Undiscovered. Entropy, speed, mind. Which is more useful here? Speed. So can I do entropy, speed, speed? No, I can't. Okay, entropy, speed, mind it is. Entropy, speed, mind. Reality shift. Switch places with a random enemy in the room, buffing your movement speed and lowering theirs. Well, that's not useful for us right now. And that means we're actually going to hold on to these for a second. I can probably live without some more runes on my spells. Okay, perfect. Full health. Let's leave. Nothing we missed. Nothing we missed. Let's go down. And I'm probably going to want to do crit chance at this point. Probably should have been putting points into that earlier, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back on here, pick Supernova, back up. We're going to want it for a little while, because as much as I like Temporal Repeater, we need the ability to just kind of nuke our way through these guys, and unfortunately we're either going to have to wait, or yeah, we're probably just going to want to wait for it, because I don't want to risk everything fighting. Like, I want to be full health when we get down to Machine Man Dude, because, well, it's probably going to be tough. Let's go through here. Okay, mindlessness. There we go. Perfect. Took a little bit of damage there, but luckily we've got, what, level 4 Soul Rip? Yeah, jeez. What's our health, by the way? I always meant to check that. It's up to 136. That is really hale and hearty. I'm very glad I actually went with that perk. Okay, so we've got Dark Shock, Mind. I'm going to go with Mind. Mind is both less threatening and more. The problem with Mind is you get stunned and turned around and you have to worry about where your character is moving. That said, I should be fine here. 3 seconds on Supernova. Mindlessness. There we go. Have to remember, as long as that buff is active, you're running in the wrong direction. Okay, speed next. I don't know, why not? Could actually just try and fight them. They're all human, so unless I, like, get absolutely smoked, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get back up to full health purely based on the stuff. Or I could just wait a couple of seconds. Yeah, I'll just wait a couple of seconds. Because honestly, it's a couple of seconds. Boink. And right bumper. Everyone dies. Flawless again. I really wish I had gotten the ability for flawless perks. Now here's the concern. Because this is the Earth one. And it's always the Earth one for some reason. I don't think I got the choice earlier. But the point is, the Earth ones, hey, we get water runes. That's convenient. That means I can buff something's damage. Okay. The problem with the Earth one is these two guys over here, Master Earth Mages. Don't know if any of them are +1 either, which is a concern. But we'll have to see. Well, they're dead. That's the main thing. Okay, Elementalist, I'm coming for you. And I'm ready. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. What I want to do is switch these things out. Let's get Current up in here. There we go. Now, yep, by the time he's done, we'll have all of our spells up and ready. Holy crap, that Temporal Bullet is insane. I have to make sure I hit with it, but boy, does it do stuff. That is good to know. I'm going to use it for some kind of build in the future. Just gotta make sure I know what build it is. So first and foremost, it's Elementalist. He does not do much damage. Luckily, being up close and personal to him is not actually at all dangerous, which is hella nice. And there's also plenty of health. I guess Elementalist is kind of a... Unless you're, like, specifically in trouble here, he's actually one of the easiest bosses in the game, purely because he's supposed to be a precursor for the next couple. I assume there's at least 1 or 2... Ow. Whatever he's doing there. Kind of hurts. Well, let's murder him the rest of the way. He's supposed to be a precursor for the next couple of bosses, which I assume are more threatening. So, Holy Crusader, Toughen. Whew. Okay, so we've got plenty of health pickups. We're going to be full going down, and we have a triple combiner. Creatable spells, undiscovered. What can I make? Shock, Mind, Speed. Well, had to make it in the end. Repulsion pushes all entities in the room away from each other for a short period of time. Enemies that are being pushed by the spell are stunned. The hell kind of spell is this? It's interesting, but I'm not going to use it. It's got some interesting applications. I'll say that. Well, anyway, I'm just going to buff this spell the rest of the way. Might as well. And we're full. Nothing to get, nothing to gain. And we're going down a floor. Question is, shock, fire, entropy. I'm just going to go with fire. I think that boosts multiple things. No idea. Well, either way, we know who we're up against first. That machine man. A jerk. Luckily, we've got almost a 50% damage reduction, so we got that going for us. Ferris, the robot master. Kind of reminds me of the Iron Giant, but then again, I remind me of the Iron Giant. If you've ever seen my character model. So I need to remember to use my bumper, but holy crap, we are wailing on him. I need to remember also to use... I'm trying to... Okay, so what... Oh, hello. He's got a different moveset. Interesting. So what we're actually going to do is A, B. Okay. This way I can use... Force Shot and cast all of my spells as easily as possible. Yeah, Ferris the Robot Master actually has a wildly different moveset now. That's weird and not entirely expected. I was expecting something a little bit more regular. Okay, so obviously trying to quad shot this is a giant pain in the ass. But it seems like the best strategy... Uh-oh. He's doing this thing again. Oh, crap. We're almost dead. He hit me with that spell again. Oh, we are almost injured. Almost injured. We are almost dead. God, flashbacks to the previous time. Seriously, though, there's... unless you are very quick on the draw to get behind him, he will smoke you. Damn. Now, here's the question. Yep. Okay, so apparently, regardless of whether or not... Wow, I'm ranked 65th in the world. Or 64th in the world for Nightmare. So whether or not you beat Ferris, you still get to go on to the next difficulty. So, I'm going to do the crazy thing and play the next round on Apocalypse. Yay! So anyway, that was a great run. I'm probably going to mix it up for the next one and probably die horribly. The thing is, the only reason why we did nearly as well as we did there was purely because the double supernova lullaby combo is an insanely powerful thing, and hideously abusable, but oh well. So, I enjoyed it, but I'm going to try and do other things differently, and if it turns out that I can't, then I'll go back to it. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Runers, and as always, thanks for watching.